Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm in your U.S. history class, and today I'm going to do my first video journal. So, one of the first things that really stood out to me in this history class is the fact that there was American history much earlier than I previously thought. I usually thought American history, it starts with Columbus. But the first few weeks of this class, I realized, wow, there's thousands, tens of thousands of years of human history in America and the land I call home before Europeans ever came here. I think this is important to recognize because they lived on this land, and we can learn from how they lived. What was also really shocking to learn about was the fact that the Columbian Exchange resulted in 90% of the native population being killed. That is absolutely horrible. It's absolutely nuts. Because you think about the Black Plague, we always hear about the Black Plague in history. And that was, it estimates anywhere from 30 to 75% is what I usually see. That's crazy high numbers. But this is 90%. 9 in 10 people in the Americas were wiped out. That is the death of an entire civilization, of countless civilizations, countless peoples. And I never thought about how this aided in European conquest of the Americas. Because not only was Europe had them outgunned, now they've lost all their strength in numbers. Watching that the documentary, the drama documentary on the first Thanksgiving was also very eye-opening. It made me think, for the first time, what would have actually been like to be one of the Indians. It made me think of colonization not as just this historical force, but as this thing that actually affected people's lives. It actually affected the decisions they had to make. And what crazy hard decisions were. You think about Massasoit and balancing peace, but also preserving his people and preserving the traditions of his people and preserving the land of his people. What a incredibly, almost impossible task. And I have no idea what the right one, how hard it would have been to be a leader at that time. I think one of my favorite things to learn about in this section was how the seeds of American culture, which we see now, which we've seen throughout the last 200 years, were there at the very beginning of American colonization. You look at Virginia, establishment of the Jamestown colony. These were all single men who came here in hopes of getting rich, in hopes of having land, making money. And it's very individual, and you even could say it's almost greedy. And we could see that in America, right? America is known for its greed, it's known for individualism. Whereas in the New England colonies, you see the Puritans were deeply religious, and you could also even say prudish, right? This scrupulosity towards any like pleasure of the body or anything which is out of the ordinary, the taboos. America is also known for being very black and white in how we think about morality, oftentimes. And I think that can be traced back to the Puritans in New England. And then you also look at how the problems, how the Civil War, the problems of the Civil War are there from the very beginning as well, where you have the southern colonies very quickly becoming slave societies, where in the North, slavery was not essential. But I think it's very interesting. I think it helps to better understand who we are today and where we go from here. Thank you.